Okay, so I wasn't going to stream this today, or I was considering not streaming it because I'm afraid it's not going to be the most interesting, fun thing in the world that we're going to be building. I am still stuck on converting all 13 years of my WordPress history into MDX and Markdown that Gatsby can consume and make a new blog for me. So that's what we're going to be working on today. I just exported from I went into my WordPress, I pressed the magic button to export into XML. Now we're gonna go into the WordPress to Markdown library or utility or whatever you want to call it that I've been building. Let's see how we are at that. I don't even remember what the changes are anymore. Let's see what the changes are. Const posts, something about URLs, processing images. Okay, I'm just gonna commit that. Git commit -m, bunch of changes, and run the conversion again, and then see what happens. Hey Mehdi, I'm doing pretty well. I'm kind of stuck on correctly converting all of the WordPress articles that I have to Markdown so I can finally put my new page up, and that's what I'm going to be working on today. How are you? What are you up to these days? Actually, let's make this easier to run. So I'm gonna go into package.json and add a convert script so that I don't have to keep typing too many things. We're gonna say, let's see, and I think I've made enough changes already to call myself the author here. So Swizzets Teller, and the URL, I'm just gonna change this to Swizzets blah. And the repository is going to become Swizzets WordPress to Markdown. I know I forked it. I'm kind of stealing it because I have made a lot of changes to this repository to make it actually work. And I eventually want to launch this as a service on Lambdas and stuff like that. So we're gonna create scripts, and we're gonna say clean is going to rmrf the out directory. If you want to build an email list in a specific industry, are you looking for advice from a technical perspective, how to actually build a mailing list or how to market it, how to get users? There's a lot of things that question could entail. So we're going to run yarn clean and then node convert.js, and let's see. I'm going to run yarn clean just to see that it works. We got that, and now if I run yarn convert, we should get the conversion going. Clear is not found because I typoed things. So we do that again, yarn convert, and see what happens with this conversion. So this is where the tedious part of this stream is going to come from, because these conversions take a long time to run, and then I have to import it into Gatsby, and then I have to run Gatsby builds and see what happens there. So we want to allow any connection for 30 minutes, or let's do it until quit. It's going to be easier. So it's now downloading all of the images from my blog post so that I can have them locally and host them from my own site, which is going to be long-term more reliable than if they're hosted externally like they are now. And yeah, so Mehdi, all sides would be appreciated. I recommend starting with something like button-down email or ConvertKit. MailChimp is good, but I feel like MailChimp has a lot of problems and has a lot of bells and whistles that you probably don't need. So does ConvertKit, but ConvertKit has easier ways of keeping a simple list while adding a little bit of automation. Button-down email is a great option if you just want to send an email to a bunch of people. When it comes to marketing your mailing list, you primarily need to have some sort of cadence that you can promise to people. Signing up for, you're gonna get an email every once in a while. Sometimes it's gonna be 5 days a week. Sometimes it's going to be 5 times a year. That's not gonna work. You need to be sending, I think, at least weekly, or whatever cadence you decide. Hey Kevin, whatever cadence you decide to have is a cadence you should keep. And I like to have parameters where I have a minimum cadence. I send at least 1 email per week, and I go up to 3 emails per week, or during launches of things I go up to even more than that. and then you have to give, then people need to have some sort of reason for why they would apply, why they would subscribe to your mailing list. People don't want to just subscribe because you're cool or because they can just there needs to be a reason. There needs to be something that they can benefit from being on your list that they wouldn't have otherwise. And then from there you can use pretty much any normal marketing mechanisms for whatever you're already using. So if I think it's ls content, so rm, let's see, do I have rm minus rf content posts start? That's what I need to clean up my Gatsby. And then we copy, let's see, copy source, no, where is it? Copy. So I'm looking for the last copy that I did, dot slash react d3 render WordPress to markdown out asterisk goes to content posts. So we need to do cp minus r, overwrite everything. They tell the one that gives the most valuable content for free win. Well, mailing lists usually entail really good content that is free, so that already puts you on a great path to winning. But yes, absolutely do not have a mailing list that is trash. Nobody wants to subscribe to those. They're not fun, and they generally do not provide any sort of returns on your investment. Kiwi, what are you doing? Bird. Alright, so I'm running now. I mean, no worries for asking these questions, Magdi. I'm currently waiting for Gatsby start to load up all of my thousands of articles from the olden days. It's going to generate a bunch of thumbnails. I'm hoping that most of them are already in my cache, so this will hopefully go fast, but it might not because it has decided to start doing it from scratch. You can't hear me, Raphael. Let's see. I think Mehdi was able to hear me. Hey. Let's see. Okay, so my microphone is working. Maybe my music is too loud. Let's lower the volume. Okay. Can you hear me better now, Raphael? So I lowered the music volume. Can you hear me better now, Raphael? Raphael, I don't know how to spell. Okay, so we're waiting for this to finish. And now one of the problems that I have is that a lot of my main article thumbnail images aren't actually big enough. So that's a problem. Like I'm asking to generate a thumbnail of 1200 pixels and my actual image width is 312. So a lot of my old articles are gonna look like crap. Raphael, if you don't hear anything at all, is your sound otherwise working? So yeah, we're gonna have a lot of opportunities today to just chat, because while this is running and generating image thumbnails, no such file or directory, unlink, giphy gif, error copying file. What? Hey, okay, that's gonna be a problem. There's a YouTube video for everything. Missing a hero. Cannot read property fluid of null. Get through an error while running the create pages. Great resources to learn Vim. I don't really know about that, Magdi. I kinda just learned Vim by osmosis. I know there's a Zine from, I think there's a Zine for it. Let's see. Vim Zine. Vim Mag, Vim no, sorry, I don't really know a good way of doing that. So let's look at localhost 8000 and see if it actually loads. So this should be my new blog. Cannot read property page of undefined. Yay. Upcase uptot. Right, so I'm not sure if people, I think the bot, so I think that the Restream bot that's in the chat room is cross-posting everyone's links and stuff from the different chat rooms, but I'm not sure if that actually works. So Magdi, if you didn't see, can you see Kevin's link that he just shared? If you can't, I will repost it. Okay, so we are here. Hey Candy Cane, how are you doing today? Okay, let's see. What is wrong with which one? Giphy downsized medium GIF. So that one didn't work. Cannot read property fluid because YouTube is missing a hero. So let's see. We go into the output and find there's a YouTube for everything, which will be here somewhere. Let's organize them by name. Scroll all the way down if it lets me. There's a YouTube for everything. Why is this thing missing an image, a hero image? Hi Bert. So it does have a hero. It totally does have a hero. What's it complaining about? Okay, let's see. ls out, and we find there's a YouTube for everything. Look at the images. Aha. So we didn't download this image. Why did we not download that image? It wasn't reposting. Okay. So see, this is gonna be one of those annoying things. We gotta make sure that whatever I fix in convert.js works for everything. So now I gotta figure out, why did this image not get generated? So it's supposed to come from here. How can I find the original in my markdown? Let's try doing something brave. I'm gonna open the XML file directly, export.xml, and we're going to look for YouTube video, and that should let's look for YouTube video 4. There's a YouTube for everything. Perfect. Now we've got this image here. Aha, PBS twimg. So that looks like the image that we were looking for. PBS twimg with EFR 61AXKAM-EF10. That's this one. And now let's see why that didn't download. So if I open it here, will it open? This image cannot be found. What? Why can this image not be found? That's annoying, because let's see. Let's open preferences and let's unblock Twitter from my computer for a little bit. See if it opens now. It does not open now, which means I have to go into the Twitter. Let's see, will the image load from Twitter directly? Okay, the image does load. And now photo 1, does it have a new URL? Copy image address, format JPEG, name. Okay, so that loaded. So why did, where were we? Why did this one not load? Are these two not the same URL? Aha, that's why it didn't load. And amp didn't get changed to end. Perfect. Okay. Why is the guy grabbing his ass? Well, that's just something mechanics do sometimes. They show butt cracks, they grab their ass, sometimes they even scratch their ass. It's just the sort of thing that mechanics want to do, isn't it? Like, I don't know. Have you ever seen a mechanic or a plumber or anything that who doesn't show off their ass crack? I think it's just part of the profession. It's like wearing a hoodie when you're a software engineer. Okay, so the image URL is the same, and it looks like it's the same here as well. Which then makes me think, why didn't it download? So we're gonna try to figure that out. And obviously this is something where I would benefit greatly from writing tests for this stuff, but I didn't, so I don't have them. Let's see, convert.js, where do where we have where we process images. Let's see. So we process a post. We go through all of the things, and obviously this code is also kind of messy because it's part of an old style of JavaScript, partially it's the new style of JavaScript where I've rewritten things, so it's just a huge mess and very difficult to work with, which isn't helping. And that's also why I want to eventually deploy this as a service for other people to use, because hot damn, this shit has been annoying. So process images, post data. If I could just run this for a specific post, that would be lovely. Can I make this runnable for a specific post? Probably not. Okay, process images. We HTML, we decode the URL. What happens if we remove this part here? Nope, that doesn't work then. It does need to have format JPEG and all of that stuff. Okay, here's what I'm gonna try to do. Let's try making a... Can I export just a particular part of my file? No, I cannot. Okay, let's actually make a smaller bird. Stop eating my things. Q is being silly. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna try to do. I'm going to attempt to create a smaller file, so it's going to be quicker to iterate and test on the particular YouTube post. So YouTube video 4. So let's see, we just need this item, which is online. How do I know which line it's on? Okay, let's see what happens if I try to open this in VS Code. Do you think VS Code will be able to open a 23 meg XML file? I guess we'll find out. Open. And this is because I don't know Vim enough, as Magdi was asking. So because I don't know Vim enough, I had to do it this way. So we're gonna say YouTube video 4. There's a YouTube video for everything. We go from here all the way up to... So this is where a smooth scrolling mouse is extremely useful, because I can just make the scroll wheel spin and it just keeps going. I know you can't really say that you can't really see it on the stream, but it's really cool because it just keeps going. You don't need Vim. Yeah. Could you just make a test and replace the expression that changed? Yes, I could make a test if I knew what was going wrong, but I don't, so I can't. So here we are. Why are there comments and shit? How big is this damn file? Okay, new plan. I'm gonna just drag this all the way up. And we have categories here, tags. Let's see, where do items begin? Tags. Why are there so many tags? Damn. So, yeah, cleaning data and dealing with data is probably it's one of those software engineering things that you just gotta do sometimes. Candy Cane asks how my talk went yesterday. My talk went pretty well, I think. There were some rough spots and some things that I probably should have practiced more. Yes, but Magdi, right? You're right that that part of the URL changed to the new format. The bigger issue is that part of the code has new formats. That's what I was actually talking about earlier. So let's see. We now have this. Oh, fuck me. I just overrode the file. Let's Command Z. Oh, this Command Z is gonna crash the thing. Okay, no. Save the file. So Candy cane, my talk went pretty well. There were some rough spots where how do I duplicate the file? Actually, I can do this. CP export XML to export full.xml, and then I can Command Shift Z to get to the smaller file. So the talk went pretty well. I was able to let's do yarn convert and see what happens. So I was able to build and launch a little tiny product thingy in 30 minutes. And I think I was able to kind of inspire people and say a lot of good things. There were parts where the talk itself got a little bit boring because I did too much live coding, and there were some things where my messaging wasn't as clear as I would like. But, you know, all in all, I think it was a pretty good talk. Okay, so we now have a 6-second test that will let us test just this particular file, just this particular blog post. So we go into image, and it did not download that image. So now we can start figuring out why. Obviously the first potential reason we didn't get the file is because we didn't find, it's not part of our matches. So I'm going to console log each match so that we can see what the actual articles what the actual images that we attempt to download are. Yes. But why did that happen? Okay, so sometimes Prettier gets confused when you don't use semicolons. Actually, let's do it this way so it's easier to read. We're gonna get each match yarn convert. Aha. Okay, so this match gets passed. So we are passing on this match for why? Is it because it doesn't end? I think it's because it doesn't end with a JPEG. So we find passing on, and it is because URL index of is not right. So console log, let's say downloading URL, and let's see what the URL actually is when we try to match, when we try to download that particular image. So downloading, aha, because it doesn't have .jpeg in the name, we assume it's not an image. Okay, so I'm gonna change this and make it a little bit simpler and say we're not looking for .jpeg or anything like that. We're just looking for the presence of that at all. So we yarn convert, and that's going to convert the things. Great. Bad response from server. Awesome. So we output ls out 2019, and if we look at images, it's still not there. So when we try to download this image, we get a bad response from the server. And the reason we get a bad response from the server is because we're not cleaning up the URL so that it still has the weird ampersands and stuff. So why does it have that? Yep, cc Milan cc, you are exactly correct. It's because of the amp. So now I gotta figure out where am I calling download file, because we were actually fixing that already. So what I gotta do is say the URL becomes HTML entities decode of the URL. So const clean URL is that, and then const URL parts becomes the clean URL that is split with slash, and then I'm going to just use the image name as a const as well. Internet, yes, I am indeed Slovenian. Why do you ask? Clean URL, and but when we're replacing the URL in our post, we need to make it's not just $amp that we need to replace. It's because we have to replace, there's a bunch of other ones as well. So I need to keep this as generic as possible instead of just fixing this particular problem, because there's going to be similar problems in other URLs. Candy cane, the reason that code still uses vars and stuff is this. I will show you. So if I go to WordPress to Markdown, you will see that this is forked from a project that was built in, let's see, when was the first code? It's from like 2013 and older. So the majority of this code was built in 2013, and that's why it looks as the way it does. So if we run yarn convert now we should get that image working. Okay, so ls output 2019. If we go to images, it is right there. Awesome, cool. So we now have the image, which means I'm going to run my, should I just okay, let's open the other repository as well. So I have the WordPress to Markdown repository opened, and I'm gonna open the repository for my blog itself. So random coding, Swizard's blog, where are you? Open the Swizard's blog, like that. And we are going to add a script to package JSON that will make it easier to come on, you can type, computer. So my computer is doing something weird. I don't know what just happened. I think I just crashed. Oh, okay. Help. What? Okay, so that's weird. My computer is going haywire. What is wrong? Something must have hanged. So OBS 316 code helper. Why is so VS Code is starting to really struggle. One of my plugins seems to have crashed. Okay, and I should now be able to type again. Cool. So we're gonna say copy posts, and this is going to rmrf, so rm-rf content /post/star, and then it's going to run the cp, this one. So this is going to copy posts from the old from where we're exporting them to my actual blog project, so that I don't have to keep retyping those things. So if we say yarn, no, don't save terminal output, yarn copy posts, this should now copy over the YouTube post. That was fast because there's only one. And if I run yarn start, it should now be able to start up and show me that one article on my blog, and we shall see. Okay, it did not work. What did not work? You must have at least one author and post. Well, that was unnecessary. So config base path, querying our authors and articles. No such file or directory. Public image blah dot. Why dot? What? What is this complaining about? Threw an error while running the create pages lifecycle. So let's see. What does this index.mx thing actually say? We have that stuff and then this stuff that should be able to copy it. So let's look at ls content posts. We have the thing there, and then we have image. And I think what's bugging is that we have preserved all of the question marks and stuff right there. So we gotta clean that out, right? Because if we don't clean that out, then obviously things get very confused, I think. At least I think that's the problem, but I don't know how to actually verify that that's the problem. No such file or directory, users, public, blah, format JPEG and name stuff. Where does the dot come from? So let's see, ls that, no matches. So if we go into public, okay, ls, what was the article? So if we ls just the article itself, no, oh, okay. I did not know that would go to that thing. So ls, aha. No, wait, what? ls. So it is actually there. What? That is very confusing. Well, also, how are 16 people watching this? This is like the most boring stream in the world. So the thing is there, but only with a dot at the end. No matches found, but what if we do it with quotes? No such file or directory. But I can see that it's there. Okay, let's investigate with the actual finder from the operating system. Random coding, Wizards blog, and then we go into public and we open 479099. That looks like this one. Okay, so there is a file there, and it does look like it's a, but how did it get a dot at the end? That doesn't make a lot of sense, because if we ls it here, it does not have a dot, right? 2019 blah, image, no dot. Okay, so where are we linking to this? We're linking to it here. Are we linking to it anywhere else? And name equals blah, hero. That's weird. Also, this is wrong. That should not look like that. The original, if you look at export XML, has paragraphs and stuff. So that's going to be another interesting problem to solve. See, this is what I meant with this being a tedious stream to deal with. Okay, so now, do I want to open my energy drink or not yet? Okay, so now, what the fuck was that? Alright, so we have two problems that we have to resolve. First, why is my image getting copied in a weird way where it's gaining a dot at the end of the file name, and that breaks everything? Secondly, why do paragraphs go away? Where are my paragraphs? And that's going to be, let's see, what happens if I take the dot away here? Is it actually the dot that's breaking things? Let's go ls, like that. Okay, so that does find it. So it is the dot at the end of the file name that is breaking things. Oh, I know what's happening. Because we must have some sort of, let's see, gatsby config. Gatsby config, I think, Gatsby plugin manifest, styled components, team novella. I think that Gatsby team novella is probably configured to assume that all images end with an extension, which would then mean that it gets confused when there's no extension. So we gotta clean that up. And I think that's gonna make a lot of other things easier as well. Let's see what people are saying on Twitter. Okay, somebody says they love my streams. That is very nice of them. Okay, so I'm going to try to first, let's check if Gatsby team novella has any updates since I last played with this stuff. So Gatsby team novella 081, welcome to novella. comment 0, whatever. Releases, where are you? Releases, this is already on 124. Wow. Okay, let's upgrade to the latest version, shall we? So npm.js, and come on, npm.js, gatsby team novella, where are you at? Team novella. Oh, it's 095. Okay, well, that's still something that I should probably upgrade to. Changing styles, component shadowing, using images, adding your logo, MailChimp, data models, team options. Ooh, data models. Author post. Right, okay, we're gonna, if MailChimp is enabled, disable the subscription box. Okay, so I'm gonna upgrade this to, how do I upgrade this actually? I think if I just rmrf the node modules and I run yarn again, it's going to upgrade everything automatically. rmrf node modules, that's going to take a little while. And then here's what we're going to do with the file path. I'm going to just assume that images have unique file names. So we're going to snip away everything that comes after the question mark in the file name that we save. So convert.js, here where we create file path, image name is going to be URL parts -length -1, and then it's going to split by a question mark. I should really have, is there a URL parser I can use for this? That would be, I feel like that would make so much more sense. Let's see. Node URL parse. I'm sure there's a library for Node that does URL parsing. URL node v12. Do I have v12? No, I think I'm on v10, but it should be fine. Constructor new URL from the input. We can try that by running node. And let's see. We're gonna go into export XML. No, not what just happened? I don't know what just happened. So we go into export XML and we open this file. Where are you, file? HTTPS twimg blah, like that. Come on, come on. Okay, and now in node we say const URL equals new URL of blah, and let's see if we then we have URL dot path name. Oh, that's useful. Okay, Kiwi, come on, Bert. Okay, so I have a feeling that if we but URL search params are not working correctly, so that's still going to be something we need to fix. But if we use the path name, as this is going to be easier, because then we can use node path to correctly parse out the actual file name. So we're going to say node path. Oh, but then we don't have the so then we're still missing the extension. So how do we get the extension? In this case, it's format.jpg, which should be fine. Otherwise, we can use .png. Yeah, okay, that's how we're gonna do it. Okay, this is going to be terrible. So we have the clean URL, and then instead of URL parts, we're going to say new URL of clean URL. Those are our URL parts, and then we say the image name becomes URL parts dot path name, and then we split that by slash, and we take the path. Let's see, can we get path base name, delimiter, dir name, extension name, format, path is absolute, path join, path normalize, path parse. So let's see, node. Oh, by the way, is this zoomed in far enough? Can you actually see what I'm typing? Because if you can't, I can fix that. So path.parse, if we say media blah, let's pass this in. Okay, great. So we have the Kiwi, where are you? Hi, bird. Okay, so path.base, or no, .name will be our name, and then we can get, okay. Path parts can be path.parse of URL parts.path name. So that's going, and then we're going to create image name from. If path parts dot extension is not an empty string, then the image name becomes path parts dot let's do it this way, becomes, okay, wait, let's just make sure that we know what we're doing. .jpeg, what does the extension look like? It has the dot. Okay, so path parts dot name and $path parts dot ext is the normal file name if we have the extension. Otherwise, we're going to do this. Let's say construct image name from the URL parts and the path parts, like that. Okay, so we have the image, we're gonna create the image name, and we say function construct image name from URL parts and path parts. This is going to, if path parts dot extension is not empty, then we return what we already have here. So we're basically putting the name of the file and the extension together. Okay, now else if, and my computer glitched, so if the URL parts dot search params dot format exist, right? If that exists, then we return this stuff. So path parts dot name and URL parts dot search params dot format with a dot before it, like that. Otherwise, we're just going to return .png and hope for the best. It's not going to have all the optimizations, but browsers should be able to display PNGs even if they don't contain actual PNG data. That's what the file headers are for. So we're going to return pathparts.name.png. Okay, so now this should actually work. Image name, file path, all of that stuff. Cool. So exit, Command C, and then we run yarn convert, and let's see if it's gonna work this time. Nope, unhandled, reference error, path is not defined. Okay, so we gotta say const path equals require path that is built into node, and const URL equals require URL. Okay, no, command save. And why is this still vars? Let's just change this to const while we're here. Will you let me type, Mr. Computer? Const, and I should probably also split this up into multiple files, things like that, but it's good enough for now. So we say yarn convert again and hope for the best. Cannot find module URL. Why not? Okay, what if we don't require that? Will it work? Will it work then? Kiwi, please stop destroying the shoes that I need to return. So this little creature has been having a field day of trying to get into every box he can find, and that causes a lot of problems for everyone. Okay, so ls out, come on, 2019 image, yay. Okay, so we should have gotten .jpeg, not .png. So let's figure out what's going on there. Console log URL parts. We run yarn convert and we see what it says. URL parts, ref, protocol, host, path name, search params. Okay, what if we do URL parts.search params? What will it tell us? Yarn convert, search params. No. Oh, because I missed a parenthesis. Yarn convert, let's see what it says. URL search params. Yeah, why is URL search params.format not working? If URL.search params, what if we say .format? Will it then work? Yarn convert .format. Show me what you got. Undefined, undefined, undefined. Okay, so let's see what does URL search params actually look like. URL search params, web APIs, MDN. So candy cane, in this case, it doesn't actually get bundled in the end. This is a node utility, so it's not actually. So we need to say get. So yeah, it's not actually bundled. It's all running directly from files. And the main benefit of splitting into multiple files is that it makes it easier for you to actually, it makes it easier to maintain the code base and to work with. So get format, and now let's see if this is gonna work. We run yarn convert. Let's see. It creates the file. It should create the file. So now if we say ls, we get it's now .undefined, right? Get format. And let's do that again. Yarn convert. So it turns out that building those little scripts in package.json to run all of these commands has been useful. So ls again, that worked. And now here we're going to yarn copy posts. That copies everything over. So we can say content posts blah images. Yeah, so candy cane node does have modules, but you don't compile them, right? So it runs directly from modules. Now let's see, if I run yarn start, will this manage to actually start? And will a blog with that particular blog post show up? Load plugins. I should probably go check what my bird is doing, because I think he's up to no good again. I'll be right back. Kiwi! There you are. Would you like a Nutriberry? Let's give you a Nutriberry to keep you busy. Okay, so here if anyone's curious, here's how you keep a bird busy and out of trouble for a little while. You take a sneaker. These are tiny sneakers that are actually bird toys, and you shove a nutriberry, which is a pile of seeds and stuff smashed together, and you put them in the shoe, and then you give the shoe to the bird, and the bird will have fun trying to get to the nutriberry. And see, he's very excited. He's very curious about what's going on right now. So I'm gonna give him this and put this here. Hey, that was too easy, bird. Okay, let's tighten the shoelaces a little bit. Put this here, and he's gonna now have fun. Cool. So this was able to run, which means if I go to localhost 8000, I should get my blog, right? No? Yes. Want to become a better engineer, indie hacker, entrepreneur, keep reading. Woohoo! So it showed up. There's a YouTube video for everything. Last night I did something special, something I've never done. We have an image. It says I am a geek with a hat and I do stuff and I write things. I try to use what, Matteo? It's not... I think links don't come through when you share them on YouTube. So if you try typing it out, that might work better. Cool. So we have all of this stuff. And then this crap. Okay, so that's the next crap we gotta deal with. Oh, that's nice. Why not on Twitter? Cool. Why can't I share it on Twitter? But expert. Oh, but I can share this on Twitter. Oh, because it's short enough. Cool. Okay, that looks awesome. So yeah, Matteo, image type. Let's look at the image type. npm.js, and yeah, you're right, Matteo. Guessing PNG is probably a bad idea. Image type, detect the image type of a buffer and unit 8 array. Yes, that is a perfect idea. Let's try using that. And I am in fact gonna open my yerba mate. So let's see. Go here, git status, and I'm gonna commit this stuff. Git commit -a -m -a -m -a -m. We say this is going. We fix Twitter image direct links, and now let's yarn add image type. Yarn add image type. It's installed. Now let's see where we can use that. It doesn't make sense to use it in other places than I'm happy to hear that, Matteo. That was a really fun podcast to do. So when we are downloading the file, that's when it makes most sense to so what if get content type includes write file sync. What if instead we just returned the response and dealt with stuff there and wrote the file and all of that? Yes, let's do that. So unicorn PNG. Okay, let's use this image type thing. So we're no longer going to check for type in the thing. We're gonna say if response is bad, we throw, otherwise we return the response. And then we move all of this typing back into where we are running download file. Here we say const response equals await download file, clean URL. We no longer need the path part, so we go back to download file, make the image name local relative in the markdown, and now here we can say let's see, how do we use image type? We're going to require an image type. So actually we can get the content type, and if type includes image, should we do we even need image type, or should we just trust the content type response? I think we can trust the content type response, right? So if it includes image or octet stream, then we get the buffer. Actually, let's still use the content type. So we get the buffer, and we then get the extension. How do we get the extension? Here, we're gonna do it here. So file path is going to continue being the file path, but we are going to change the image name. So image name, file path. The final path is going to be the file path plus the image name, right? Or we can do, yeah, let's do slash image name like that. Okay, we got that. Now here we can say const image name equals, we're going to say construct image name from, we need the URL parts, and let's just put in the URL parts and the extension, which is going to be image type of our thing. Hi Bert. Yes, image type. Okay, let's require image type. Const image type equals require image type, like that. Right. So we have image type. So we get the image type of new buffer of buffer. Not sure if we need to create a new buffer, but I think it makes sense. .ext, like that. So that's going to be our image name. We then use the image name here. Okay, so we're gonna have the image name, but hey, I love class warfare. Class warfare is an important concept. So we can move that here. So we have post data replace. This is now becoming a very large if, but it should be fine. Image name, and then it goes into images. We are updating images with the image name, and we don't need the path parts anymore. So we can go into our construct image name, which gets the URL parts and the extension, and it creates the path parts. So we can always actually yeah, we can just always return it with the correct extension based on what image type returns. So let's try that. We're going to return path parts dot name dot dollar the extension that we want, like that. So we should actually, we don't even need to do that. We can pass this in and just pass the buffer like that. So perp const extension equals image type that gets the buffer, and we pass in the buffer like that. Let's see what happens. Yarn convert, and let's see if it correctly saves the image, all of the extensions for the different images. ls out 2019 image. It got JPEG, GIF, and PNG. Yes, image type works. Awesome. Oh, you know, I got a new chair. but it's still kind of hurting my back when I sit for a long time. It's a lot better than what it used to be though. So we now have the absolutely correct file name extensions. Git status, git commit -a-m, absolutely correct file name extensions. Now let's see about what can we do to preserve paragraphs. Hi bird. Yeah, you having fun? Okay. The bird is having fun. Hey, Aku. I don't know how to pronounce that, I'm sorry. But hello. How are you? Process images, process post. We have a lot of console logs. Can we remove some of the console logs? We don't need this match anymore to console log. So process post. Hero URLs. We're collecting those based on images in the file. And we try to get the largest image, and we're trying to make it the hero. We get the directory stuff. Now here, parse HTML, emit parse errors, duplicate attributes, use rehype to remark, use stringify. So let's see, if we go into our export XML, we see that these are not converting correctly, right? We get this, and then it has a bunch of paragraphs, and it was magical. It was magical. Let's see, and where does, and then it creates a bunch of these guys and then gets confused and everything looks like crap. Yaku. Hey Yaku. Hey Genesis Algorithms. I am trying to figure out right now. We solved the images problem. I think we solved the images problem. Now the problem we have is figuring out how to preserve paragraphs. So how do we preserve paragraphs? Rehype to remark, preserve paragraphs from WordPress. Let's see if that is something that exists. Function reference wp-auth-p. Okay, that's for paragraph breaks in blocks, how to get post content, how to stop WordPress from removing your paragraphs, WordPress, blah. Okay, that doesn't work. Let's look for rehype to remark. Actually, let's see. If we go into convert.js, if we look at rehype to remark or stringify are the ones that are causing us problems. So I think it's either stringify or rehype to remark that's basically stripping things away. So let's look at rehype on, or let's look at rehype to remark directly. Rehype.js, unified.js, rehype, awesome rehype. Find out more about the ecosystem, medium and blah, rehype parse, rehype stringify. Stringify syntax trees to HTML documents. Oh, but we need to first convert it to remark. So let's see. What? Okay, awesome rehype. Let's see what they got. Rehype to remark, new plugins. Let's look at plugins. Built on rehype, built with rehype, rehype parse, rehype stringify. CLI, plugins, rehype remark, integrate with the remark ecosystem, that's what I need. Built on rehype, MDX and stuff, okay. Plugins, rehype remark, rehype retext, rehype remark. Install rehype remark. Oh, I think I know what the problem is. Aha. The problem is that these things in our export XML are not wrapped in parentheses. So if it said, because this is not actually valid HTML, that's the problem. So how do we fix that problem? Let's see if parse HTML, where does it come from? Maybe parse HTML can accept some options. Rehype parse. GitHub rehype parse, and let's see if we can tell it, hey, I know that this isn't actually good, valid HTML, but you know what? Every new line should be a paragraph. Genesis, yes, I have actually worked with Gatsby before, quite a lot. The problems I'm having aren't actually with Gatsby as such. The problems are with converting data from one format to another in a way that actually works well. That's the main problem. Rehype, where are we? Rehype parse. What are some options that you accept? Rehype parse, processor use. Rehype is not an XML parser. It supports SVG as blah. Options whether to parse a fragment. So where are we? Convert.js. Parse HTML. Emit parse errors. Duplicate attribute. False. Fragment space. Which space the document is in? SVG or HTML? Default is HTML. That's fine. Emit parse errors. The specific parse errors that are currently supported are detailed below. There's a lot of them. Verbose, security, contribute. Okay. I think we're gonna have to do something terrible and actually insert all of those paragraphs. Let's see what happens. If we go to post data, so post data gives me the actual data. We can then say replace, and I think every time that we want to end a paragraph, oh, okay. I don't know what's going on. What? Okay, whatever. So every time we have two empty lines, so every time we have two ending two new lines in a row, we should replace that with an end paragraph. So let's try that. It's gonna be terrible, but it might just work. So if we go like that, no, we are gonna have to do it this way. How do we do replace all? JavaScript replace all in a string. All occurrences of a string in JavaScript. Flavio Copes. Guy writes good small blocks. Term G using split and join. This is not useful. JavaScript string replace. What if I don't want to use a regular expression? For the sake of blah. Oh wow, he literally just took the top answer on Stack Overflow and posted a new one. That's kind of silly. Like, do you see this, guys? Look, Flavio Copes' articles. Learning JavaScript, replace. Ooh, let's see how many followers does he have on YouTube? Because I think he's doing pretty well. 2.7 thousand subscribers, nice. Using a regular expression, this simple regex will do the task. Using a regular expression, so this is different but very similar. Anyway, that was a tangent. I know that replace accepts a third parameter. Let's see. if we replace that with int p, and so replace value is just a string, that's just going to replace one of them. So what happens if we do it this way after all? So we say replace all of them, and we run yarn convert, and let's see what happens. Kiwi, where are you? Kiwi. It's one of the annoying things of having to work and also take care of the bird at the same time. Okay, so somehow my export XML it has more stuff now. So let's see, did this work? Index, yes. We now have a lot more paragraphs. Cool, now let's yarn copy posts, and now we're going to try it out on a slightly larger selection of posts. I'm going to run yarn start to see if Gatsby shows up. And then I should have multiple of those articles. Let's see. So it's running, it's initializing the cache, copying all of the files, bootstrapping all of the things. Oh, let's see what my girlfriend is saying. I'm not gonna open that. What about the opening P? I don't know if the opening P is necessary, so I figured we might as well, you know, not do that, because it's easier to not do it. Because the main answer is this: HTML regex cc milan cc regex HTML. This is the main reason we're not looking for. So if we're trying to fix text that is basically HTML, but we don't want to parse it because it parses incorrectly, because it's invalid HTML, so we're just trying to fix it. But if we try to use those regexes to fix it correctly and have both opening paragraphs and closing paragraphs, then we're going to run into this problem. So that's why we're doing just the closing P, if we can get away with it. So let's see if we can in fact get away with it. There's a YouTube video for everything. That works. Yes. Yay. That works. I mean, the paragraphs look kind of small and silly, but that totally worked. Nice. Let's see if the markup is actually correct. So I go here, and we have one paragraph and the next paragraph. Yes. Okay. So we fixed the paragraphs problem. Nice. Now we gotta try fixing all of the things again. And then there's going to be a couple of fixes. Oh, what did I do? Oh, I zoomed that out. There's going to be stuff here that I'm gonna want to clean up stylistically wise, style-wise. So we're going to rm the export file, rm export blah, and cp export full to export.xml. Music in the background, let me run yarn convert and then I'll show you. The background music today is this one, Lo-Fi Infini Le Règle something, Le Règlement. I don't know how to pronounce that. I think it's French. So that's what we've been listening to just on, it's just playing. Not even on shuffle or anything, it's just playing. So let's see. Oh, I can also git commit, git status, git commit -a-m. We said that we fixed paragraphs issue. Cool, so this is running, and while that's running, I can reply to my girlfriend. Uh, okay. The rules. Of course, the French are all about the rules, aren't they? Until they don't like them, then they storm the Bastille. Okay, so let's see. This should now be... It's taking a while to export, but I'm hoping it exports soonishly. In the meantime, I think... No, I need to still verify that this actually works before I can... So I'm using these post-its for my to-dos, and I want to move it to the done pile finally, but I don't know yet if it's done, do I? Hi, Bert. Yeah, we can just cheat our to-do system, can we? It's important. Yeah, the bird agrees. I can't just lie and cheat. And I think I found an actual better tagline than creating better engineers. I think I should say that what I'm doing is empowering engineers. So we're going to yarn copy posts. That's moving everything from the WordPress to Markdown repository to the blog repository. It's gonna take a while because there's a lot of stuff. That finished, and I run yarn start, and let's see how long yarn start runs for something. I hope it's gonna be fast. I don't know if it's gonna be fast, but we will see. Let's see. What can we do in the meantime? There isn't that much I can do in the meantime. I think it would be... What do you guys think? Should I make a little service that lets you upload your export, your WordPress export, and dump and returns back your Markdown stuff? That would be cool, right? I mean, I've spent so many hours on this, I might as well make a little utility that does this for people. Yeah, I think that could be useful. I just don't know how to actually do it. We can make that as one of the projects that I work on during live codings. Yeah. I'm gonna have to give that a solid consideration. So let's see. This is still running, sourcing and transforming nodes, because there's a lot of nodes. If I show you how many there are, vc-l, there are 1400 articles in my blog archives, which is you know, a lot of articles. So yarn is running. Hey Bert, how are you, Bert? Yarn is still running. This part might take a while. What can we do in the meantime? Yeah, I don't know what to do in the meantime. What do you guys think? Maybe I should just stop live streaming and let what does the no. Okay, we found another article that has a problem, and another one up here that has many problems. Okay, so those are gonna be fun. Yes, come on, Bert, go in. Yes, there you go. Good, Birdo. Okay, so we're gonna have a bunch of these little things to fix. There's unexpected tokens, then there's whatever this is, and some more unexpected tokens and stuff. Gonna wait for this all to finish generating the image thumbnails, and then hope. So I'm gonna hope that the actual article, the actual blog still builds, because if it doesn't, then I don't know. This is already taking forever. Actually, I guess that's something we can do while this is happening, right? We can look at these specific articles and see if we can fix them. Yeah. If it's gonna be obvious what's actually wrong. Yes. Okay. So we're gonna go again into, we're gonna open export XML, export full XML. Yes, Bert. We're gonna open, come on, no, computer, please, no crash on me. Okay, close this file. We open convert XML or export XML. Ow, bird. And let's look at so we're now looking for articles that error out. So unnecessary. I don't know why Harleys keep doing that and being loud around me for absolutely no reason. Okay, so this is generating image thumbnails. It's going to take approximately forever. Ow. The bird is scratchy in my shirt. Let's see, but he is enjoying the being comfy, you know. So a dirty webpack trick that reduces gzip bundle size, import unknown unexpected token 112. Those Lodash modules that are used. What? Okay, let's find that file. It's called a dirty webpack trick. So command F, a dirty webpack trick here. So we're gonna delete almost everything above that file or above that item, and we're going to run the conversion and see what could possibly be wrong. Stop scratching my nipple, Kiwi. There you go, chill that way. Okay, so the camera died. Yeah, you can stay in there, just, you know, stay in there in a nicer way. Okay, you guys gotta see this. I hope I managed to replace the battery quickly. No, stay there. See? Okay, he decided to come out. But that was cute for like 5 seconds, wasn't it? Where was I? Oh, I'm trying to delete only the items except for the one item that's causing an error, and then we're going to try to figure out what's wrong with that one. And this is going to be an iterative whack-a-mole process, which is the part of this stream that I think is going to be particularly tedious. Come on, where are we? WP term. Where do items begin? Item. You're an item, you're the first item. Okay, delete all of that, and then everything underneath it as well. Pre-lang, blah blah blah. HR got questions, Twitter me, excerpt, W post meta, plugins, what is that shit? Lodash modules, what the hell? Class WP syntax, post meta, and then the next item begins. Well, okay, so that must be what's wrong with this one. Okay, let's see how it converts. Yarn convert, and this is still generating thumbnails, I think. Yep, still generating thumbnails. 281 seconds and going. So this is the problem with generating thumbnails while I'm also live coding, because the live coding is taking up a lot of resources on my computer, so there aren't that many left for actually running these scripts and computationally intensive things that are happening. Okay, so let's see. We ran the conversion. It says error not an image for something, for a YouTube embed. Keeping ref to YouTube embed. Yes, you should definitely keep a ref to the YouTube embed. So let's see how it opened or how it converted. We have a couple of images. Nice, a bunch of images, and then index MDX. Candy cane I'm not sure the new computer is going to end up fitting in my budget this year. It still might. We'll see what happens with a couple of ideas I had for experiments for this year. If those work out, then yes, I might still get a new computer. Otherwise, it's going to have to be next year. So, a dirty Webpack trick that reduced our gzip bundle size by blah, Wizard Stellar, Webpack Mini, at my day job, at my blah blah blah, Webpack chart, Lodash, and moment locales. Here's how we optimize that shit, like this. Why are pres? That's a problem. So pre should actually get converted to okay, I think that's the problem. These things should look like this. Right? And then they would work correctly. But they don't look like that. So why don't they look like that? So I think this would then be a perfectly valid JavaScript or MDX file. So the question becomes, why did that not happen? Right, see, this is what I would expect. So if we go into export XML, we can see what is wrong with these things. So if we look for, let's see, what's one that we can look for? Lodash modules. Lodash modules. Pre-lang equals JavaScript. Blah blah blah, and then end pre. What if we take away lang equals JavaScript? Will it work then? Yarn convert, run that thing again and see what it does. Hi Bert. Not an image, that's fine by me. So it's doing the things. And let's look at index MDX, and we look for Lodash modules. Lodash modules. Nope. That's gonna be a problem. Why does rehype to remark it's possibly this one that's breaking things, or a different one, or this one. So let's look at parse HTML. Rehype remark, rehype parse, rehype parse. Rehype parse pre. Issues, type definitions, okay, sponsors, unified collective on Medium, duplicate attribute, options, end of in comma, blah, access to the parser if you need it, as rehype works on HTML and improper use of HTML can open you up to cross. Use of rehype can be unsafe. It's fine by me. Parser if you need it. A parser handles the parsing of text to a syntax tree used in the parse phase. Yeah, it marked an error. So Matteo, it marked the error near the word import. The problem is that means what was I gonna say? Basically 4+ indentation. I don't think it has 4+ indentation though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the reason it's, let's see, where is it running import? make magic imports. I know there's an import somewhere. I think what's happening is that MDX is trying to run this as JavaScript, and that's where it gets confused. Let's see. Scroll up and see if that's actually true. Requested blah 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 blah, more blah blah blah. Where are you? So import only those. Import only those. Aha! This is where it's getting confused, because it thinks that this is code, because there are two spaces before the minus, or after. Yeah, there's just too many spaces there. Now, why are there too many spaces? Okay, let's actually check. Rehype remark drops pre. Hi. Remark rehype unified best of JavaScript. Let's see, rehype JS. Maybe there's a configuration that lets us say don't drop pre tags, because I just think that's going to be nicer. That's confusing. Okay, let's try. Okay, see, because here it's a nice li, but then it gets confused and does it weirdly. Why would it do? Why would it be creating incorrect MDX? That's my question. Let's see if there is an actual. Here, maybe when we stringify this, we can stringify to MDX. Remark stringify to MDX. Let's see if that might be something. MDX.js specification, custom loader, plugins, remark stringify. Remark stringify. Remark stringify, where are you? Okay, remark stringify. Whoa. Remark stringify on GitHub. Let's see if they mention MDX in their README. MDX new. Aha, stringify fence. Let's see. So when we stringify, we might be able to specify some arguments. Fences true. What are fences? GFM with the required escapes for GFM compatible markdown. What is GFM? Common mark, pedantic, escape underscores in words, options entities, numbers set text, close ATX, loose table, spaced table, padded table, string length, code blocks with a fence instead of indentation. Yes, yes please. Fences, we say are tup tup tup, like that. Fences true. When false, code blocks are indented. Code blocks with an info string are always fenced. Options bullet, marker to use for the bullet of unordered list items. I do like minus instead of the things. Style of indentation for list items, tab mixed or 1. So let's do that. We're going to say list item indent is going to be 1 space. Increment ordered list item numbers, default is true. Marker to use for thematic breaks or horizontal rules. Rule repetition, rule spaces, place a space between thematic break. Marker to use for importance, emphasis. Alright. So I think this will solve the problems. Let's see. Thumbnails, oh wow. This just gave up on me. Yeah, nice. So generating thumbnails gave up on us. Now let's try yarn convert, and then we're going to copy those posts, that single post from conversions into the blog project, and we're going to run it and see if it's now going to be valid. So if I open the index HTML here, index MDX, we now have fences and we have a single space here, which I think should help. Yes. Get status. Okay. And we say yarn copy posts. That copies everything over. Yarn start. Let's see if it works. If that works, we are one step closer to having a working blog. Or I am one step closer to having a working blog. And we are... yeah. Okay, it did not indeed, in fact, work. Hi, bird. Okay, the bird is not interested in me that much. Let's go to localhost 8000 and see what happens. I think it's gonna throw errors. Yep, cannot read property page of undefined because things did not go well. Wow, it's also almost 4 already. I should probably... I've been live coding for a long time, so I should probably go do other things. Cannot read articles of undefined. Secret, cannot query field secret on type article. What? Cannot query field subscription on type article. Cannot read property articles of undefined. What did I do wrong? So ls content pages, no, content posts 2017, and we have index mdx. So cat, that works. Image corp screen, that should all be fine. Why isn't it? So we have layout, title, date, author, and hero. What else do we need? Oh, because I updated the Gatsby novella. Adding an author, adding a post. Title, author, date, hero, excerpt. Layout, post, okay. Title, date, date, author, hero. We don't have an excerpt, but we potentially should have an excerpt. Excerpt. Contentful.env. Customization, author pages, component shadowing, data models, theme options. Okay, let's see. Config. Oh, the other file, the other window, Gatsby config. Come on. Okay, it opened. Gatsby novella. Why is this so laggy? I keep having extensions crash on me, which is really annoying. So base path / MailChimp. Let's say MailChimp is false, and we're going to say sources local true content full false. So content authors, content posts, and then the author. I have the author up here, I think, site metadata with blah. This is where I write things, blah blah blah. Post. View a post example. So where is secret? If secret, the post will not appear in paginated lists. Subscription, if MailChimp is enabled, disable the subscription box. So MailChimp is now disabled. Okay, let's try that again. Yarn start, and let's hope that it runs this time. That would be really nice if it did. Okay, waiting. Nope. What is it complaining about? Import only those Lodash modules that are used. So I think this is an MDX bug. Let's open index MDX for the dirty trick one, and let's see what happens. Import only those Lodash modules. What if we do it like this? Okay, so that's saved. Yarn start. Please tell me that that will work. Import only work. Oh, come on, import only. But why? Oh, so that gets converted. Wait, what? Armed with my grab, the goal. That's weird. Why is it moving that to a new line? The fuck? The heck is going on? See? It just keeps moving it to a new line, even though it's not. What if we change? Wow. So something is wrong with my prettier. Oh, I think it's the import word that's fucking shit up because it's at the beginning of a line. Wow. Okay, I need to. I don't even know how to. Wow. I don't even know how to. Like, I wanna write a bug report, but I don't know how to write a bug report for this. Yeah, Jeff, why are you returning to what makes WordPress so much easier? And why can't I type emojis in Twitter right now? Oh my god. Why is everyone being so loud all of a sudden? Okay. Okay, I don't know what to do here. Trying to. Yes, can you guys? No, I have it.
Well, I got you another one
Oh,
because I love you.
How dare you? Cool. Now let's see. This is generating the thumbnail. Now, how do I fix that problem? Because it would be silly to not be able to use the word import at the beginning of a line when I am talking about, you know, engineering things. See, this now loads and works, and the only thing we had to fix was to not say that import is this seems like a very strange limitation to have. and I don't know how to fix it. Hi. Let's see, is it a version problem? Let's try upgrading MDX. That might help. Package JSON, MDX, oh no. We're using the Novella team for Gatsby. So that has what version of MDX? LS node modules, app narrative, Gatsby team Novella. If we look at package JSON, so we cat that, and then we grab MDX. We have MDX.js version 1.1. Okay, so what is the actual MDX.js version that's out there? MDX.js. Really, why won't it find MDX.js? Codes, packages, topics. MDX then? MDX. MDX.js, MDX. Perfect. Markdown for ambitious projects. They are on version 151. Okay, so what is cat? Let's see what the Novella version we're using. Package JSON grep version. We are on version 0.81 still, because didn't I just upgrade? Let's try upgrading. So if we go to, let's try upgrading all of the things. So we're gonna look at Gatsby transformer remark and have the, yeah, so I like using MDX, and that's why I want to use MDX, because it gives me, it's gonna give me some superpowers. Yeah, so I agree that using WordPress is probably easier in a lot of ways, but I feel like the benefits I get from Gatsby are useful. So we're gonna upgrade this to 0.95. Basically, I want the benefits of Gatsby for speed and stuff, and I also want the ability to use MDX because that will help me with other things. And those other things are, what are those other things? Basically, MDX is gonna give me some superpowers when it comes to writing technical articles, which I think is going to be worth it at the end of the day. So good Gatsby plugin log, Google Analytics, 23, plugin manifest. I'm sure there's an easier way of doing it, but I'm just doing it manually because I can. To get plugin manifest, come on. 2223. Seriously? Gatsby plugin styled components. I don't know if I even have all of these things configured. 3.1.11. Oh, 11 is more than 6. Why did I get confused by that? React and styled components, that's gonna be fine. So styled components, version 4.4.0, perfect. rm-rf node modules, and we run yarn install. Oh, you can escape import with /import. That is a great idea. Let's do that. I'm gonna go to here, and we're gonna add a special thingy to our convert, and we're gonna, let's say, clean up post with post data. And we go up here and we write the function cleanup post, which gets post data, and it returns all of the cleanup stuff. So like, come on, post data, oh come on, return post data .replace all imports with \import globally. G like that. So this should, no, it needs to say actually \import. So it needs to say \\. Okay, so that should now work. And we updated anyway. Let's do yarn convert, and see if that works. Thanks for the idea, Matteo. Okay, that is loading. Perfect. And now we yarn copy posts and yarn start. Oh, yarn. We gotta actually now install, because I just did the whole update thing. So this is going to install everything again. And let's see what happens, hey? This is gonna take a while. And then I think if we got this working, I'm going to stop live coding for now and run the whole thumbnail generation and all of that stuff while I'm not streaming, because I think it's probably a waste of everyone's time if we just sit here and look at a JavaScript script finish doing some work in many hours, or however long it decides to take. So I'm gonna wait for this to, so unnecessary. So I'm gonna wait for this to finish installing, and then we're gonna yarn start and see if it works. And if that does work, then I'm going to, yeah. It's still running. Run, little install script, run. Yeah, this is the silly part of this project. But we're getting pretty close. Let's see, what did my girlfriend say? Yeah, this part, I don't know why node modules take so long to install. I'm also not sure why we are installing 140,000 dependencies for my blog. That seems like a lot of dependencies for a blog, for a blog engine thing, anything. Just seems like a lot for anything, to be honest. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I don't think there's anything I can do while I wait for this to happen. We're kind of, I usually try to balance this kind of stuff with doing other things that are useful. But right now I'm having trouble with that because there's nothing else I could be doing, because I'm blocked by this particular process. It's not nice to be blocked that way. Okay, cool. Unexpected, could not find a copy of Gatsby to link in. If you think this is a bug, what? Let's try yarn start and see if it works. Gatsby develop. No. What? Okay. Cannot use GraphQL scalar type JSON from another module or realm. Ensure that there is only one instance of GraphQL. There was a problem loading stuff. What the heck? LS node modules. I don't know what is wrong. Okay, let's look at the Novella. I think some Novella updated something again, and that's why this isn't working. Gatsby team Novella. Oh, come on. Find stuff. Find it on all of GitHub. Gatsby team Novella. Issues. Am I in the correct directory? Yes, I'm pretty sure I'm in the correct directory. There's something wrong with when I was updating stuff. Gatsby new Novella site with git clone Gatsby. These are different instructions than they used to be. Gatsby starter Novella git, Novella site. Hello bird. Getting started from scratch. Okay. What if yarn add React DOM Gatsby narrative Gatsby team Novella plugins, so config narrative Gatsby team Novella, so that should work. Adding a post. What is the Gatsby version they're looking for? Package JSON. Maybe I'm using a mismatched Gatsby version. Gatsby. Come on, you gotta have dependency for Gatsby. No? What? Okay. Let's try yarn again. What was the package JSON that I had before? Resolving, fetching, Gatsby remark Prism has unmet dependency Prism.js, React Medium. Hi, what do you want? So Prism, hey, stop biting. Prism.js isn't installed. Peer dependency, Babel core is not installed. So I'm missing a bunch of peer dependencies. Gatsby team Novella plug has unmet Babel core. Could not find a copy of Gatsby to link to. Okay, let's see what this does. Okay. Unexpected error when installing packages Gatsby blah. Yeah, that's a good idea, using my bird as an entertainer. Also reported here, can you try deleting node modules and reinstalling? This issue has gone quiet, spooky quiet, and they closed it. Based on the it lies with the source plugin. Okay, so what is the source plugin? Ah, okay. So interesting. So if I say resolutions and add Gatsby, Come on, Gatsby as version 2.16.5. Addictions, dependencies. Okay. Oh, right, I see what you mean. Yarn start, or yarn. So if I go to, where is, come on, computer, stop being slow, where is it? Narrate Gatsby Team Novella. Should I look for it here then? That would have Gatsby, right? Yes. Gatsby, aha, because they are on 2.15.7 and I am on 16, I'm trying to do 16.5, so that's why it's not gonna work. Okay. Okay, that makes sense. Right, I think that makes sense. Let's see if I'm right. Yep, DevExam, thank you. I just discovered that. This is not working. Is it working? I tried adding it as a resolution, so we'll see if that makes it work. But it could be a problem that it's on a different minor version. Bird, what are you doing? Hi? Yeah, are you thinking of destroying shit? Of course you are. You're a bird. You're always thinking about destroying shit. Birds are weird like that. Okay. How does it always keep finding more things to run? Or more things to install? Okay, mouse JPEG, mouse sharp, building fresh packages. It's waiting for shit to happen. Kiwi, where are you? Kiwi! Okay, so that ran. Now I can do yarn start and see what happens. So we should have a working weird article about Webpack and stuff. That should work, I think. Status git commit -a-m, escape imports, import word in articles, like that. Git push origin WordPress to Markdown. Come on. Oh no, git push origin master. And now this is still in progress, but I should be able to go to localhost 8000. No, come on, localhost 8000. Localhost 8000. This site can't be reached because it's still in progress. It's still building the development bundle and all that good stuff. Let's see. Okay, while that's happening, I'm going to... Actually, no, I need to see if it works. Please open the page. Computer dearest. Come on. Okay, why is the computer so slow now all of a sudden? It was running better until now, I think. Why is there a code helper using so much processing power? It's still building the development bundle. Okay, I'm gonna try to go find the bird and entertain you with him while this is for some reason still going. Kiwi! Kiwi! There you are! Yay, it showed up! Okay, so while I found the bird, this ended up showing up. I can click on this and we get it, and it seems to work. Ooh, that's nice. Okay. So this all seems to work now. Don't know what this is about, but cool. So that's that. I'm going to rm the export XML file and copy export XML full to export.xml. I'm going to run yarn convert, and then I'm going to do all of the things with copying stuff over and generating thumbnails and so on. So hopefully by the time I publish my next blog post tomorrow morning, it will be on the new blog. So thanks everyone for watching. I will see you again next time, which will probably be Tuesday evening. Bye.